Like the video and subscribe right now, and Bob Ross Doggo will teach you art. Ready? 3, 2, 1. US conservatives claim same-sex marriage will cause 900,000 more abortions. How is it get over slavery, but 9/11 is never forget? More people died in 9/11 than slaves ever. Sunscreen, as we know it, is less than 50 years old. What did people do before that? They spent more time outdoors and gradually built their defenses, and skin cancers were a fraction of today's numbers. Lol, but women don't feel Shrek attraction. Unlike men, females only evolved to have Shreks for procreation. While the penis has pleasure glands, the vagina does not. The female orgasm is a myth. No female enjoys Shreks. Biological evolution cannot occur because it requires a roadmap, which in turn implies supreme intelligence. But you won't get it. It is just how it is, and I don't know why some cannot instinctively feel the presence of the omnipresent creator by looking at the signs around us. Media reporting on Venezuela in 3 pictures. Thanks to Venezuelan socialism, a burger costs $170. Update. Story yanked due to error in exchange rate. Update. The story has been killed by Agency France Press due to errors in the exchange rate. You may still be able to buy a burger at somewhat affordable prices, but it doesn't negate the fact that Venezuela is in a death spiral thanks to socialism. A Big Mac meal currently costs $8, which they accept in Venezuela. A Big Mac meal in Indiana costs $8.78 USD. It's about $11 in Utah. We got it wrong, but actually we are still right anyway. Should I buy a house? Or a link to a picture of a pixelated monkey? Houses are often more of a liability than. Null Mayo. A mouse is a baby rat. This is not related, but explains different kinds of rats, and it's hilarious, in my opinion. Your friend the rat. Ratatouille bonus. Incorrect. They are different animals but close relatives. The difference is generally size, not age. Yep. Rats are bigger and have more of a pear-shaped body. Mice are smaller and have a little round body. Source: I have pet rats. Everybody who can't swim is panicking in the comments. Pool swimming and ocean swimming are not the same thing. The waves alone would tire out any strong swimmer. It's easier to swim in the ocean, bud. Is this a joke? You're telling me a pool with no current, no waves, and maybe 5 feet deep is harder to swim in than the ocean? No, it absolutely isn't. More buoyant in salt water. The UK is not part of the EU. Yes, it is. You're confused. The UK left Europe, but it's still part of the EU. Which weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane? They would both weigh 1 gallon. Wrong. It's water. Butane is a lighter fluid. Wrong. Lighter fluid is isoparaffin, not butane. That's a gas, not a liquid. Some of you had shit science teachers and it shows. Butane when compressed is a liquid. Look inside a see-through gas. Lighter, it is a liquefied petroleum gas. Butane is not LPG. You're making it worse. Lighter fluid remains a fluid at room temp and pressure, and it's isoparaffin. It even has its own CAS code. Funny because gases are by definition fluids. I said it was an LPG. Butane and propane are both LPGs. You're digging a deeper hole, kid. Oh yeah, and naphtha is cheese. Good lord, son. Fluid. Definition of fluid: a substance, such as a liquid or gas, tending to flow or conform to the outline of its container. Is it okay to not like Jews and black people? Yay, everyone has their own point of view, you'd be surprised, but 90% of people don't like other races. Black people don't like whites, or whites don't like black people, but they just fake like they do. You have to have either mobile data or Wi-Fi to text. You can't text without being connected to something. I'm surprised to see how confidently incorrect the above user is. SMS absolutely does not require any data connection whatsoever to send or receive. Britain is still so salty about losing the war that they don't teach their citizens how the most powerful country in history was formed by their rebellious colonies. But they will refer to the US as the colonies. You don't know what homophobic means. That word literally means having a persistent and irrational fear of Homo sapiens, and would be classified as a legitimate anxiety disorder. Please stop using that word that makes Americans look so dumb. The sun in literally right in our faces. You gotta be dumb to believe we could see a sun 95 million miles away when we barely could see shit that's closer than that. Keep believing man, and man will always lead you in the blind. The Bible says the sun and moon sits right above the earth and nothing has ever left outside of the dome. All NASA pictures of earth are fake as duck. Can you imagine how big earth would be if us humans flew a few thousand feet away from it? Do you really believe we could fit the whole thing in one picture? It's unbelievable what your people tend to believe. Everything we were taught was a lie. Read about it. We are all vibrations and frequencies. You're from Ireland? Yup. I'm from Belfast. Okay, you think that's in Ireland? That is not how, nor has it even been how parentheses work. By your logic, 2 plus 3 squared would equal 25. Hint, the answer is 13. Cells don't have gender, and they are a Schreckschel. A human cell can't be a Schreckschel. Ah yes, cells duck. Of course. When you've been a vegan for 10 years and your fallopian tubes aren't clogged with dairy and animal fats, so there's no menopause? If my son comes out as trans, I no longer have a son. What? That doesn't even. Sigh. Edit. The comment above was a transphobic comment about if his child were trans. Edit. Who gave it the heart award? What the duck? Me literally being Spanish. You're not Spanish, you're Mexican, you speak Spanish. You know, just clarifying. I'm Spanish. Not surprising. Anyone who grew up in the 90s remembers that race was hardly an issue at all, and racism was rarely discussed. Things were fine until the left ruined it all intentionally. To those saying that the Confederate flags and swastikas were a small minority of the protesters in Ottawa, here's a reminder: the maximum acceptable number of Confederate flags and swastikas in any gathering is 0. You ever hear the old saying, one bad apple doesn't spoil the bunch? Think it through. US town rejects solar panels amid fears they suck energy from the sun, cause cancer, and will harm house prices. A retired science teacher said she was concerned the panels would prevent plants in the area from growing. I'm an American. I don't have to understand anything. There are Satanists that have Shrek's parties with multiple males in the hopes of getting the female pregnant for the sole purpose of having a partial birth abortion. Sick stuff. This is no joke. There's 3 Shrekses. Did you fail biology? No, there's not, bruh. There is. Literally no, there is not. You're a guy or a dude. Bullshit. The solar system is a hoax. Anyone with eyes can see the sun is smaller than Earth. Within our atmosphere. Are your parents closely related? 2 plus 5 times 8 minus 5. The answer is 21. Previous mathematics teacher, Brandy Cawthorn. A friend of mine taught algebra 4 years. 21 is the correct answer. It's simple math, folks. If you call yourself an atheist, you have to believe there is a god. Otherwise you can't call yourself an atheist. And therefore the word atheist wouldn't exist. Anyone who says Catholicism is Christianity has zero knowledge of either. I don't mean lacking knowledge, I mean zero. Unreasonable calm. Reasonable explanation. Unreasonable denial. Reasonable proof. Unreasonable ignorance and conspiracy. Reasonable depression. Let's play a game. Choose a waifu. Someone will comment her a side effect. Featured comment. Drake. Dude, sleepover expectation. Doing a bunch of bad shit. Reality. So, you'll want some pizza rolls and play Mario Kart? If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness.